Hi everyone, welcome to Canalización Armonía. My name is Luz, les doy la bienvenida a esta lectura colectiva que estaba recibiendo ya la energía hoy, here, grounding by the trees. I was downloading some messages and I wanted to do some tarot to accompany those messages and really guide me through it. And we're gonna start. I just reshuffled right now, so I was grounding here with my bare feet on the ground. And I'm ready to share these messages. We got inner truths. This is about staying open to finding new opportunities that are coming to you, okay? So around this time, new opportunities are coming and they could set the ground for these new beginnings that you're looking towards, that you're looking forward to. There's an energy about indecision and maybe an energy about just looking at too many choices because you have a lot of roads that are scattered, and this is the collective energy of having so many roads that are scattered right now. That is the main theme, and Spirit is bringing through the message to really point to one. It's time to point to one direction, even if you cannot get there right now. It's time to point at least to that one direction and to really sit with it and see what steps would you need to take to go with it, and then voice those things, because you got Queen of Swords, okay? This might have to do with something legal, or maybe something regarding somebody here needs to know that it is regarding their position at work. Yeah, somebody here is just way too focused on their job instead of relationships, and maybe that's another thing that's coming through, that in order to head somewhere you always have relationships, right? You always have these connections that are going to accompany you in some sense or another, even if you're not literally physically going to that road with them. You might have some sort of mentor for this career path, or somebody guiding you through this new moving of homes, across the states, I don't know, something like that. And then we also got the 7 of Cups, and this is about having all these choices I was mentioning. There's a little bit of indecision and just struggling to really bring yourself back down to earth. You might be like, there might be some daydreaming or wishful thinking about some things, like I wish I could have all these little things, maybe it's about jobs precisely. I wish I could have all these little jobs, but maybe now it's time to focus on one, so that later you can have a second job, and then with time a third one, a third project and stuff like that. That's what's coming through. But yeah, there's a message about really being cautious and really checking in with your spirit guides, maybe about any financial decisions that you're gonna be coming to do. But no worries, because you got the Queen of Pentacles, and this is a card in general about success, about just receiving the pleasures of life after you're working so hard. Yeah, about success. This could also be about your health, because it's an earth card. But something is reaching up to a completion point where you won't have to see like, okay, so where do I go now so that I can feel securely rooted to this spot, or to this place, or to this idea, or to this person, to this relationship. For some of you it's about relationships. The message is coming through that there's a lot of importance in the energy that you put into your relationships. And I feel like you've been just focusing on like, what am I gonna do right now in the environment that surrounds me, like physically, quite literally right now, the place that you live at, the place that you work at. Decisions are surrounding you, and you're very highly perceptive right now, so you might be like all scattered, like, okay, should I do this and then this and then this. But this Queen of Pentacles is just calling you to just really, I feel like it's making up a choice. Yeah, because things are gonna get easier right now, to the point where you won't have to be all scattered up and taking energy from so many sources. And since it's Pentacles, I would even want to say that this is like financial resources. Now you're gonna have that one main source of income, perhaps for a lot of you. And there's a really practical approach that you're being called to follow and cultivate right now here with the Queen of Pentacles. How about we read Inner Truths? Let me read it to you. Okay. There is a lot of depth to your feelings. You are on your way to understanding your feelings and desires more clearly. The next step on your path will soon reveal themselves. Stay vigilant to new opportunities that might lead to the beginnings of novel projects or assist with current ventures. Look around you and within you. Be willing to do the work at the deepest level, as you will find jewels of wisdom, knowledge, and the inner voice, all waiting patiently to assist you. Nature's crystals are created deep within the earth. Go deep and find your own treasures. Yeah, maybe there's something about voicing, like naming that one thing that you choose and not feeling guilty about it, because Queen of Swords is also like voicing and expressing what you're feeling, essentially just what you're deciding to go for. Very like decisive, straightforward energy, right? And this could also be like either you have someone guiding you or you're guiding someone else, and you're bringing through that wisdom clearly through your expression. And this might have to do with that project that you have, perhaps. Yeah. And being guided more by like this logic and reason, but through the feminine specs, feminine perception. That you have the drum here, and I see this as the heartbeat of your project. You're doing that based out of love. What you're doing? Are you doing it to survive? Are you doing it out of fear of scarcity, just to gain money? Not even enjoying that. I mean, those are some questions that Spirit is bringing through, and really finding your own treasure, like this card was saying. Even at times where you don't find anything, like this is not useful, or this is not bringing enough money, blah 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 blah, all of those things. You find in your own inner treasures, and maybe believing in yourself, believing where your guides are, and Spirit and the divine is guiding you right now, even though it might seem like, oh, I'm just like kind of playing here on this earthly playground. But really, it is going to bring you to your greatest success and your greatest treasure. Maybe in that playful energy, you really find your healing powers, or you really find this answer to this question that your own inner logic couldn't answer before. Those are some things, like food for thought, that Spirit is bringing through. And I pulled 2 affirmation cards for you. So the first one says, I motivate myself to push through any discomfort in the pursuit of expansion and growth. I motivate myself to push through any discomfort in the pursuit of expansion and growth. Yeah, because I feel like here with the 7 of Cups, you're gonna be in a situation where you even have to choose in between relationships, or you know, a few like career opportunities, and you might want to have a little taste of each, but you have to make yet one choice and just focus on one thing. Spirit is saying like, you're doing too much, okay? You're doing too much, sis. You're doing too much, bro. And also just being overwhelmed with this creativity or surge that is gonna come upon you, and that way, that's why you feel like you have to be tapped into all of this, but really harnessing all of that creativity and excitement and put it into, whether this is a new project, a totally new thing that you haven't even had the choice of, or just one of these choices. But that's the main topic, like bringing into one choice. And yeah, don't worry, because it will totally bring you stability and abundance here with the Queen of Pentacles. Your sensitive feminine nature paired up with the fierce Queen of Swords, this make a great combo. You're going to be very financially stable, even if you express things that needed to be spoken, that are boundaries, and maybe you're going to struggle in the beginning with your speaking up your boundaries, but in the end, it's going to super benefit you, you know, going through the discomfort, like this card says, of confronting situations as well. We also have, I strive to see myself fully and understand myself more deeply. I strive to see myself fully and understand myself deeply. Yeah, just like this one was saying, right? Find your inner treasures. Find your inner wisdom. The knowledge in your inner voice that this Queen of Swords is waiting to express, okay? That's all that's coming through for this channeling. Thank you so much for tuning in, and nos vemos en la próxima lectura.